Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and today this will be my first wig transformation video where I take humble wigs that have been sitting in my closet and turn them into something else. So today our wig is going to be Sailor Moon. Sorry she looks so bloody. This is the way my wig head is, but I figured, what are we gonna turn her into? So I actually got requested to do Himiko Toga from My Hero Academia. So today's transformation is from Usagi, the wonderful and sweet, to Himiko Toga, the waifu. And that's how I'll put it. Alright, let's get started. So this is our lovely wig, which we will be breaking down today. So this is our lovely bun, and first step is gonna be our breakdown, where we take the bun, unravel the elastic bands. You make sure that you pull backwards so that way the bun slides right off. It'll look like this, all nice and hollow on the inside. And then we are going to take the ponytail clips, which are usually attached by another rubber band and sometimes some clips, and you unravel and pull off, just like that. And then I will show you again on the other side of the head. Take the bun, unravel the elastic, or sometimes you can pull it straight off, but usually the elastic's pretty tight. Take off the bun. There you go. Hollow inside. And then you take off the ponytail. And also make sure that you guys keep the rubber bands that we take off. Like, really try not to break them, because these types of rubber bands are really important. But if they do break, you can always get some more on like Amazon and such. But after that, you basically take that off. Here is our ponytail once again, off for good. And now I will show you the next part. Now that we've taken our buns off, I will now show you how to break down the mini buns. Okay, so this is how we are going to unravel our bun. You take the rubber bands that are on top first and pull back, and basically you're going to loosen the ends of the hair. Remember to do this nice and easy so that your rubber bands don't break. There we are. And then we're going to take off this second layer of rubber band. Try not to tug if they get tangled, just do it nice and slow, and you won't have to worry about hair as much coming off. Loosen the fibers a little bit with your hands. Make sure it's nice and loose. And then I will show you what to do next. So next we are going to take our brush and comb out any tangles that we have. Comb from the top first, so that way all the fibers will go downwards, which will make for like an easier bun idea. Make sure all your ends are nice and even and as straight as you can get them. They don't have to be perfectly straight, because you're gonna be putting it back up in a bun anyway. But really make sure that your ends are not all tangled together. Then we are going to take our rubber bands and retie the bun. So what I do, I gather from the very bottom and head towards the top, so that way you won't have to worry about any fibers coming out towards the bottom. So pull all your bottom fibers upwards, and then you lay the top fibers on top of that. And make sure that you keep brushing between the gathering. That way you have nice slick hair down in the middle when you put the rubber bands on. Then you just repeat the process until you get the bun the way you want it. So it's nice and as tight as you would like. Then you take your rubber band, twist it first, and then wrap around once. Make sure all the hair goes through, then twist it again. And wrap the hair through again. Twist one more time. And then on this last try, just pull it in. That way it's all the way around. And then you take the hairs, split them in half, and pull ever so lightly, so that way your middle section is going to be nice and tight and not loose or anything. Then you take the bun and we're going to wrap it around itself. This is probably going to take a few tries. It took me a few tries to get, but if you need to, you can pull some in the middle some more so that it's tight enough to where you can still wrap the fibers around itself. And then after you get them as brown as you'd like, you're going to take your rubber band, your nice stretchy rubber band, and wrap it around again. So start over the top, twist, pull over, twist one more time, and over. And now our bun is nice and sleek. It's not on fleek, but it's nice to wear. When we put the big buns back on, it will fit nice and neatly. And now I'm going to repeat it on the other side. I'll speed it up for you too. Make sure you put your front fibers, so all the little bangs and stuff, clip them away. But again, you just wrap and tease, wrap and ravel up as tight as you possibly can. I know the left side I had a harder issue with, but I got it eventually, so that's all that matters. And now I will show you how to put on the giant buns. So with our lovely giant buns, this is what we're gonna do. First you loosen the fibers a little. Don't worry about styling just yet. We're going to do that later on in the tutorial. But I just started loosening them up so that way it helps the process for later. But basically you take these two elastic bands and you are going to put the bun around the smaller bun. Make sure that it covers the whole entire thing. Then you take the elastic bands that I showed you and you pull them out. Do this very carefully because these bands tend to be short and you can sometimes accidentally pull the elastic out. Trust me, I've done that once or twice before. But you take out the elastic bands, pull as tight as you can around the smaller bun. As tight as you can. Then you're gonna basically tie them in a bow, but not a complete bow. Like, it's gonna be halfway. With these elastics, they tend to be very tight once you tie them together, so you shouldn't have to worry about the bun falling apart or anything. Tie it like so. And the strings, you can honestly just hide them underneath the bun and just fluff it around, so that way you don't see them from the back side or anything. And then you can just mess with the fibers if you like. And that's her bun. And then I'm gonna show you again on the other side, just to make sure that you guys got what I was saying completely. So again, take your bun, put it over the other one, make sure it's nice and covered, take the elastics, pull straight out, wrap it around, tie it in a knot, and then try to hide the elastics so that way you don't see them when they come out. Alright, and now we are going to work on the frontal bangs. You can release your clip, take your brush, brush out any tangles that the bangs have. Make sure you cover all sides. Then, piece by piece, we are going to separate each section of the bang, so that way everything will be nice and straightened when we use our straightener. So we're going to start with our side bangs. Take your clip away those frontal bangs, and of course, as always, you take your brush and you're going to brush out any tangles. Make sure you get every fiber as much as possible. Then you take your straightener and make sure that you use the correct settings for your straightener, because everybody's wigs are different. Mine, this is actually a wig from Wish, so they told me it went up to 300, but I started with 230 because I couldn't remember how high it went. But yeah, so basically for this section, you're just gonna make sure your front bangs are out of the way. Then you comb out and brush out any sections that look tangled, and you take your straightener and really make sure the heat gets onto it. Be careful with this section because it does tend to get a little hot. The fibers tend to get very, very hot. But mine were not hot enough to burn me, so. And now for the frontal bangs. You basically take really small pieces at a time, and you're going to be doing the same thing as the side bangs. So you take your brush them out completely, make sure there are no tangles whatsoever. Then you can sometimes finger comb, then you take your straightener, straighten as much as possible, and you're gonna do that all over until all your bangs lay nice, straight, and flat. And now that our wig is nice and straight, we're going to cut her bangs. which are usually like parallel, but I know I'm probably gonna cut this the wrong way, but I think it helps make a more effective bang later on. So you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut straight across first. I know this is usually the wrong way to cut bangs, but for me it helped a little better in the later run. But yeah, you just cut straight across. Don't worry about some lines being longer than the other because you're gonna fix it in the proper way later on. And you cut them as short as you like. Remember that wig heads tend to be smaller than the human head, so don't try to cut too much on the wig head. I did above the eyes, which should be above my eyes when I put it on, so. And then after you cut straight across, you're just gonna take your scissors, cut vertically, so that way your bangs will be a lot more even that way. And now that our bangs look like they want to, we are now going to do the buns, the last part, you guys. So with her buns, they're really all over the place. Like, they're full, but yet they're messy at the same time. So I feel like, honestly, you can do this part as messy as you want to. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some Got2 bee spray, and I'm just gonna spray it on my hand, rub it a little, and just basically play around with the hair until the hairs look like how I want them to, which is very like wispy and as if the wind was just always around her, creeping around in the darkness. So I didn't want her bun to look like just a bun with a few hairs sticking out. I really wanted them to look crazed. So that's one bun, and then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. And just basically play around with the buns until you get it how you want it to. And that is it, we are done! And now for our lovely transformation. And that is it for my tutorial. I hope you guys had a lovely time. And now, me and Deku are going to enjoy ourselves for the rest of the day. If you have any questions, click my link below in the description, and I'll see you guys later.